Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be making beef and vegetable soup. But before we get into that, I want to give y'all a quick update on the channel because I haven't been posting in the last couple weeks any videos. I've been super busy with a lot of other stuff going on, and then plus where I live at in Florida, it's like super hot outside, so I haven't been doing any barbecuing or anything like that. I made a pot of chicken noodle soup like a week or so ago, but I didn't even have time to film it, but it turned out really good. Maybe I'll do another video of that, of the chicken noodle recipe, like in the fall. But whenever the fall and the winter gets here, I'm gonna be doing a lot more barbecuing and smoking on the smoker. And excuse me, and I wanted to say, I started this channel about like 8 months ago, and we're like up around 370, 400 subscribers or something. So I wanted to say thank you to everybody who has subscribed. And I also wanted to let you know, I have another YouTube channel and it's dedicated to my dog. So if you're interested in those kind of videos and that kind of content, I'll put a link to the description, or I'll put a link in the description below. That's my little buddy right there. His YouTube channel is called Cooper the Dog. So if you get a chance, go on over there and subscribe and check it out. He's got a lot of cool videos. He's actually got more subs and more videos than this channel. All right, so now let's get into the beef and vegetable soup. The first thing we're gonna do, I cooked this last night just to knock it out, get it out of the way. I got 3 pounds of hamburger, and I just seasoned it with salt and pepper and garlic powder. I'm gonna put it in my crock pot. Hold on, let me get something to scoop that out. Okay, so we got all the hamburger scooped out and into the crock pot. You could probably get by with 2 pounds, but I like a lot of meat in my soups, so I'm using 3 pounds. And then also that will help counterbalance all the vegans out there that are like, eating too many plants. So I have to make up for it by eating more meat and more beef. Next thing we're gonna throw in, I got this tricolor pepper and onion medley. Normally, if I wasn't pressed for time and had time to do it, I would just chop up my own peppers and onions. But I mean, just makes it a lot easier and a lot less time consuming. I got a bag of crinkle cut carrots. I'm not going to use the whole bag. I'll probably just use like half, but I'm probably going to put this whole bag in there. We'll see. Okay, I used about half of the bag of carrots. And I'm going to dump this whole bag of peppers and onions in there. And I tell you what, for being frozen, they smell pretty good. I'm going to dump that whole bag in there. And last night I did chop up, I think that's like 5 stalks of celery. I chopped that up. That's going in. Okay, I got 2 cans of diced tomatoes. This one is basil, garlic, and oregano, and this one's just a regular plain one. I got a can of sweet peas and a can of corn. I'm gonna wait until the end to put these 2 in, probably when there's like 30 minutes to an hour left, because I just don't want them to get like soft, and I don't want them to get like super mushy. If you leave them in there too long, they're just gonna turn to mush. But these can go in now. There's one. I may have only needed to use 1 can, but oh well, we got 2. That's a lot of tomatoes though. I don't think it'll hurt it. We may not have much room for the peas and corn. If not, we'll just have to add them in separately, like when we scoop out our own individual bowls. I do this every time I make a pot of soup or spaghetti sauce or anything. I just make way too much. I need to get a bigger crock pot. All right, for the main ingredient, I guess that makes it a soup. The main ingredient that makes it a soup is this beef bone broth. I get this stuff at Aldi's. It's really good. It's organic. There's only like a few ingredients. It doesn't have a lot of, none of that preservatives and additives and all that other stuff. I got 3 of them right here. Let's get them in the pot. I dumped the first 2 in. This is the last one going in right here. I may not be able to put it all in there. Yeah, it might fit. I want to leave a little bit of room for the peas and the corn. It looks like it might come out to be like the perfect amount. All right. I got a little bit left in here. I'm just going to save it and put it back in the fridge. I can always add it in, at a later time after I dip out a couple bowls if I want to add some in. Now the last few ingredients, I'm going to put like 2, maybe 2.5 scoops of this in. Italian seasoning and salt and pepper. All right, I scooped out 2 big old scoops of that minced garlic, and I dropped a truckload of Italian seasoning in there. Put some salt and pepper on top. Can always add in more whenever we get ready to eat it. And that's basically it. We're gonna cover that baby up. I'm gonna cook it on low for about 6 hours, and we'll check it in, in about 6 hours. So as you can see, this is a really simple recipe to make. It's quick and easy. The only thing that took some time was last night I had to chop up the celery, and I had to cook the hamburger. But other than that, I mean, if I wasn't filming it, I could throw this all in the crock pot in like 10 minutes. And then you just cook it all day. I'm gonna go do some work and run some errands, and we'll check back in about 6 hours. It may not be done yet. We'll see. I still got to put in the peas and the corn, and I believe that's pretty much it, unless I'm forgetting something that I can't think of right now. All right, later. Well, y'all, this soup's been cooking on low for, I don't know, 6 to 7 hours, but I did actually forget something when I was out running my errands. I was like, you know what? I'm missing something. And I figured it out. It was cabbage. So what I'm doing right now, hang on. What I'm doing right now is I chopped up half of a cabbage and I'm boiling it, and I'm just gonna add it in on top and mix it all in together. And then other than that, once that goes in, we're gonna dish it up and we're gonna eat some. And then I also got the secret that makes it even 10 times better. I showed y'all this in another video a long time ago. I think it was the ham and beans video, but this is it. If y'all don't know about that Jiffy cornbread, you better go ask somebody. Those are little pieces of butter. I'm just gonna heat it up in the microwave so the butter melts on top of them. You know. This cabbage should be done in about 5 minutes. Then we're just gonna dump it in there and dish it up. It smells good too. All right, y'all, the moment of truth is here. I got me a huge bowl. Got my cornbread, my Jiffy, oh yeah. And you know what else I made to go along with this? I just made some white rice, because I feel like if you put a little bit of rice in it, it gives it a little bit more body, a little bit more substance. I don't want to put a lot in there, but just enough to make it a little bit thicker, just like that. We're gonna get a closer look real quick. There you go. Oh man, look at that. Look at that cabbage, peas and carrots, corn, peppers and onions, hamburger. Oh man, look at that. That's what I'm talking about right there. Ain't nothing left to do but to eat. Which is what we're gonna do. Put me a little bit of salt in here too. I put some salt in when I cooked it, but it was a huge pot and I don't like to overdo it. You can always add more in when you dish up your individual bowls, you know what I'm saying? Oh baby. Oh wow. Oh man, that is so good. You can just taste the hamburger mixed in with all the vegetables. And the cabbage and the rice gives it a little bit of, a little bit of body. Oh man. Wowzer. That's what I'm talking about. Look at that. Oh man. You can't get that out anywhere. I guarantee you. And got me a strawberry lemonade Spindrift to wash it down. That's what's up right there. Let's try this cornbread. Oh man, I love Jiffy cornbread. It's almost like eating a piece of cake. That is so good. And then you gotta dunk it in the juice. Get you a bite with some juice. Holy smokes. Well guys, thanks for watching. Like my videos and subscribe to my channel or I'll beat your ass.